MMO at that point. Um, and you can do that through anything with the character sheet. You can
Yeah.
do that through the attacks, spells, summons, the fuck ever you want to do. You can even do it for emotes and shit like that. Um, I forgot exactly how many hotbars you could actually make through that. There might not actually be a limit, but I think it was at least 10. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else on there. Um, That was the two, like two or three major things that I experienced on there so far that I'm like, yes, this is what I need.
Yeah, yeah. I got into the Discord for Tailspire, and they got, some really, really good shit coming up. Their character sheet should be hitting by December.
Okay.
Character sheet maker.
Yeah.
They got some really cool. The creators have really thick accents. It was really hard to understand them, but they were really cool. They answered some of my questions and whatnot. They are working on the volume and making areas where you can increase the water level instead of just being around, just a water plane that you raise and lower.
Mm-hmm.
They have not reduced or introduced waterfalls yet because they want to get their water system in a better place. So that will come when they redo the water and whatnot to make it where you can have selections of water higher and lower and shit like that.
Okay.
Character sheets on the rise. The Hero Forge implication. Oh my god. Implement whatever is going to be coming within the next month, barring any outside circumstances, so forth, so on.
Have they announced yet on that how they're implementing that? Is it something like free in the actual system, or is it something you
The
go?
import will cost you $8 per mini, but if you buy the tabletop file, you can edit it as much as you want for free and upload it as much as you want for free.
Okay, so you do have
Their
to
their
buy it.
character creation is something different too.
Okay.
Um, so, or they haven't said a whole lot on that right there. Are they implementing Hero Forge's tools in their character creations? Because then that costs them a license they have to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, we want to be paying for it because that was one of the stretch goals that were unlocked was we get a character creation for our minis and whatnot. So, but are we up and recording?
Yep, we're all good. We're all good
All
going.
right, somebody do a recap and let's get this shit going. As big, some shit happened last session. Man, that's fantastic. Great recap.
I'm not doing it this time.
Really highlights the epicness of y'all, your all's achievements.
Oh, fine.
Holy shit. Go, Charlie.
I mean, if no one's gonna do it.
I'm doing every recap our next campaign, so I am enjoying not doing it this game, so have at it, buddy.
Yeah. So, last session, 90%, about 90% of it was the big battle against the Magi that was taken over by Damon, summoned two Damons to help him. During that battle, I didn't think it was that hard, but I mean, negative damage. It's just really fun to deal with. I know we are planned to immediately stop the ritual succeeded doing the Dan's power play at the very beginning. Then Nair being able to go in and doing the anti-magic field there. Pretty much put a fucking stop to that. Then I know the fight dragged on as we defeated the two demons he summoned. Their health pool went to him. But eventually we succeeded after I know it was the other guy after one of the other demons died, and then the guy actually succeeded and brought him back. And then that one died again, and he did a death effect.
Jeez.
With everyone around. The only one that went under was Araxis.
Wasn't it Araxis, Amaran?
There were only two of us.
Yeah, Araxis and Amaran. Nair was at like 9 health or some shit.
Yeah. And she had her imp activate and save, basically activate, save them, gave us the health pool that one time, and then we were able to corner and finish off the Magi. After that, it kind of gets fuzzy for me.
After that, let's see. Io summoned forth the Dragon Lords, gave some blessings,
Okay.
brought back Araxis' parents
Okay.
because she has done good. There was talks about next stages of what to do, so forth, so on.
Araxis' brother is imprisoned.
And set to be executed. His soul was spared utter destruction by Drake from Adil, Carl Grimstad, his father made with him, not to stay or give clemency to Victor, but to spare his soul and allow him to be reincarnated and hopefully, purified, redeemed, if you will. Quran has set forth an immediate mission for you. Once you complete your task for Vergear, you are to take on the Grim Reaper, his warden.
Yep.
You learned a tad bit of information about him. All living creatures within his sight, or within a very large radius, must make a will save at the beginning of each of their turns. If they fail, they gain the Doom 1 condition. If they critically fail, they gain the Doom 2 condition. If it ever reaches 4 or 5, depending on if you had the Die Hard feat, you die instantly.
And the only two that don't have to do that is me and Nair.
That you know of.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's pretty much... Oh, yeah, big thing. Io was resurrected. The 3 dragon gods emerging to bring forth Io, who saved Xandric. Xandric was freed, and he is now on the mortal plane.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, after that was pretty much it. So let's go ahead and kick things off. Is everybody here? Josh, Dan, Charlie, I just heard you. Sam's here. I'm looking at her. You're a liar. So, Araxis, is there anything noteworthy you wish to do with your parents before you are returned to the island?
Not really anything that's gonna be impactful for what we do with the party. Just a lot of family dinners, movie nights minus the movies. One thing that I will note is I would have eventually gone out and tried to find some kind of like, not artifact, but like some little symbol that I could wear or keep in a pocket of Io.
Okay. One of the local artisans would create one for you, as Io's symbol isn't really widespread because up until this point, Io has been dead for millennia. So they craft you an item. Nothing like it is nice because Draconia is filled with some of the greatest artisans, but they do craft you a pendant that you can wear of Io. Alright, is that all you want to do?
That's all I can think of at the moment. If I come up with anything later, we could like discuss that outside of call.
Okay. I have a question for you. When
Okay.
the Io's ascension or descension on the mortal realm, when you were interacting with them, so what kind of look in your eye did you have, or was it slowly dawn on you your newfound faith, or was it like plain to everybody to see that was in that area?
That is a good question. The way I picture it is that my character knows of followers for other deities and beings and stuff like that, but she's never actually been a believer in anything herself. And then after everything on the island so far, that started a change in her, and then seeing this being in such a gargantuan size in front of her that she could reach out and touch, and then that same being returning her parents to her, has opened a whole new world to her.
So it's more like the kind of everybody sees that kind of change in expression and this like just not a physical but like that kind of glow somebody has from an enlightenment or an epiphany or like that. So people can see that change over your face.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think as time progresses, it's going to get deeper embedded, I think it's fair to say.
Okay.
Would you care to discuss about her good Lord Dragon God?
Approached by Drake.
Drake approaches you.
A question for you, young one.
Yes, Drake.
Are you going to relinquish your seat back to your father, or do you intend to keep it? You are currently the sitting Silver Lord.
It is not my proper time to take that seat. It's rightfully my father's. I will make no issue to return that to him until it is rightfully handed down.
Upon saying that, I'm assuming she gets a feeling of depowerment.
Yes.
Now that that's taken care of, I have a proposition for you.
What would that be?
I saw your reaction to Io. I can give you something that would connect you on a far, far deeper level with your new burgeoning connection with the divine. All it requires two things.
Oh, excuse me.
What would those be?
One, I will give you the material, but you must have Solon craft it. And two, I seek a specific item on the island. an item of enormous potential, but of little worth to you all. I need something deeply connected with either war and his apostles or pestilence. And it has to be something of at least artifact level.
Okay, is this something I have to do alone, or can I tell the party about it so they can aid me?
You can tell whoever you want. It's just you have to get it for me.
Okay, deal.
Drake waves his hands, and you receive a tooth. This tooth is approximately the size of Drake's forearm. It's from Io's original body. Have fun with that. And then Drake disappears.
I cradle it like a baby, not knowing what to do with it for a minute, and then I assume it can go in my bag of holding?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I put it there for safekeeping until I figure out something to do with it.
Okay.
Well, you have to give it to Soul and to Craft.
Yeah.
Do your holy symbol.
You were going to say something else, Sam?
No, never mind. I was thinking something else. We're good.
All right. For those of you on the island, is there anything you all wish to take care of before Araxes is returned?
No, but I have to step away for a second. I'll be right back.
My immediate question is if we have gotten word or anything about the Kobold kingdom.
Not yet, no.
Other than
it's it's safe enough for me. I would ask Nair to open a portal for me if she can and close it as I enter. I'll be right back.
She opens a portal.
I put my thumbs up as I'm laying on the ground.
How long do we have before she comes back?
Till the next day.
24 hours.
24 or 20 hours from the point she left. So you got about 19, 18 hours.
Will you actually tell us where you're going or not?
Tell you, I'm gonna check on things. I've said I'm gonna go check on things at the Kobold Kingdom. It's the safest. It's safest for me to go. I'll be right back.
Sure you want to go alone?
Sure you want to come with?
Wait, I'm confused now. Wait, what's going on there?
We don't know what has happened over at the Kobold Kingdom. There was supposedly a daemon attack there as well.
Oh.
So, and we had sent someone there to take care of it. I'm going to make sure that everything is okay over there. I am the one at full health.
Well, she does tell you she can teleport you outside, but not into it.
Yep.
Because the defenses.
I'm at full health too. I'm almost full spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Alright, close to full health, but not
Well,
quite.
if we've been waiting for 4 hours at least, I'm pretty sure we could have easily taken rest to be full health, at least. So,
It's 4 hours. I could have,
but
refocused a bunch of times and healed myself.
if you feel like you want going by yourself, send word if you need help.
I mean, if it's too much, I'm right back. So don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That was the last day we saw, Gavin.
The portal opens up outside the Kobold Kingdom. The massive stone doors that open ajar are firmly sealed by very powerful magic. You see a bunch of stone golems outside the entrance. You see the smushed body of several lizard folk and kobolds. And the stone statues just stand and wait.
Could you shift us back to the world map, Derek?
Yeah.
Yes.
What I would do is, as I'm walking towards, I assume the golems will activate when I get closer. But as I am stepping towards, I'm announcing, "My name is Gavin Nemore. We had sent help."
Those golems are ours.
Oh, yeah, you sent not only him but the golems. Okay, if I had recognized the golems as that, I would proceed forward to the gates and everything.
Okay. You go to the gates. They are sealed. With your perception, you look around. Even the equivalent of lookout holes and things like that, they are sealed. As far as you can tell, just looking around, there does not seem to be a way in. What do you do?
And I don't see anything past the gate through the spirit side or anything.
No. You're level 15?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I try and do a few big knocks at the gate.
Doesn't really make a knocking sound. They're giant slabs of stone. So after a few moments, you shake your hand and are appreciative of you being dead because your hand would have probably been ruined.
Look at Gavin.
While he's contemplating things, anybody else doing anything?
Nope. Kind of just waiting for everybody to congregate together so we can hit the road as quick as possible because apparently we're on a deadline.
Just, yeah. We'll be waiting to hear back from Gavin to see what the hell's going on over there, but let's go ahead.
So I'll work with Nair to start scrying P8 so we can, once everybody gets back, we can actually go ahead and just leave because everybody's basically at decent health. It's early in the morning or approaching late morning. Might as well get some more area figured out.
Charlie, do you do anything?
Two things I try. I know the guy that we had sent here since I've messaged and we've all talked to him now twice. Try to send him a message. So I do actually have that. And if not that, I want to try and actually see if I can locate him. Use the locate spell.
All right. As you try to use message, when the magics try to bypass the barrier of the keep, it just dissipates. Same with the locate.
Same with the locate.
That doesn't mean he's dead, but you do know that the magical defenses of this place are enacted. And it gives you an idea of how powerful these magical defenses are. All right, so you're scrying P8. Any particular point of interest? Dan,
I'm sorry, what?
you're scrying P8.
Mm-hmm.
Any particular point of interest? Because if you are part of the spell casting, she can use you as a point of interest. Or conduit, I should say.
Not really. I guess I would try to, narrow down the fact that there's a treasure here. So maybe as close to that as I can get, since I know where that is.
Okay. All right, Charlie, anything else?
Before I ask to get teleported back, remembering how I helped us escape one of the trials when I know we were facing off against a Reaper. Nair tried to do one of her portals, and to keep it opened, I used the scythe to do so. Actually, no. I actually thought about that. I'm not going to go against it. I'm just going to ask for teleport back. Because if I do something like that, kills off the ward here like completely, where this is supposed to be sealed off, and they want it to be sealed off, then I'm not going to be responsible for that. I'm going to do the smart thing. I'm going to teleport back to the guys and tell them that their magical defenses are up. I can't get through it.
Okay. Teleport back. You inform them. You have a general lay because of the scrying and whatnot. You know precisely where to teleport, so going to P8 will not cost one of your action points. All right. So what treasure is at PA? Basically, y'all get a full set of exploration until Araxis is back.
So you won't be coming back, Rambo, just for clarification?
He already was.
Okay. So, on P8 is... Sorry, I'm scrolling to get there. Treasure. Wand of Smoldering Fireballs, 9th level. And
Yay.
high-grade orichalcum armor. And 280 gold.
Holy shit. All right. So, for gold, every 10,000 or every 1,000 gold is 1 bulk. Unless you're throwing it into a dimension,
I know.
such as your hoard. Just letting you know, in case anybody else wants coin.
I'm waiting for someone else, for the others to say something. Because I actually have a use for coin.
Because actually, what?
Because me and you actually have use for coin.
Yeah.
We haven't used the spell yet, but we have use for it.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Are you taking any claim to the gold, or Josh? Damn.
We don't have any use for it on this island. I mean, I'd take a small portion, but that would be about it. Just, you know.
How much
times
is
when
a
I could
small
leave.
portion?
I don't know. How much was it again?
240,000.
I don't know.
280,000, I'm sorry.
Pick a number.
How does gold work when crafting?
Normally, you can pay off the rest of your crafting. You spend the first 4 days crafting, and then after that, you work in increments depending on your role, or you can use gold to pay off the rest and make it then and there.
Does that actually work on this island or not?
Nope.
So he'd only really need a little bit of funds for when he gets off the island. So maybe 10 grand.
Is that acceptable for you two?
Perfectly fine for me.
Yeah. Oh, fine.
Excuse me.
Yes, and there is a high-grade orichalcum armor.
I don't know what orichalcum armor does specifically.
I don't know either.
Stuff and things. All right, so are you moving on? You got 6 actions left.
Okay, I'm going to take the Wand of Smoldering Fireballs, by the way.
Okay.
We'll pocket the orichalcum armor for the moment. And then me and you will split the gold, Charlie,
Okay.
with the remaining gold after Josh takes his 10.
Okay.
South 1 to P9.
Okay, that's 1 action.
Here.
You go ahead.
Here, there is a dead leader. +3 greater resilient armor. And 2 major healing potions.
Yay.
I don't know what the dead leader means.
That is where, remember, those were enemies at one point in time? And you all killed the leader. So,
What?
that was early on in the campaign. Oh,
Oh, got it. Like a dead leader of the village of a village. Got it.
yeah. Sorry. As you go to the village, it is a small city. It is packed with refugees from the surrounding devastation. Doesn't take you long to find every bit. You converse for a little bit. Nothing really new. All right, so that is 2 actions. Got 4 more.
South another. P10. A greater phylactery of faithfulness. So I don't know, is that an actual item?
Yes.
I'm looking it up real quick.
Same.
Oh, that's why. Doesn't help if I was spelling phylactery correctly. PHY, not PHI.
Can you tell, like, on the box, what deity it's from?
It's actually of 3. You have an imagery of Sarenrae, of Cord, and Malora.
Wheel.
Anybody want a passive +3 bonus to religion checks and a once every 30 minutes possible for augury?
You don't gain any benefit unless you worship them.
No, that's the craft requirements.
What was this?
Oh wait, never mind. I see what you saw this.
No, so pointless.
Pointless for all of you, apparently.
And you'd have to worship all 3 gods?
No.
All of us could use this set because we all have the blessing of Cord. The greater blessing of Cord.
I mean,
If that didn't allow for a patch, I don't know.
I would allow that to be a loophole.
You would? Alright. I would really like it, just because I do a lot of religion checks.
By all means.
Same.
You'll roll off
Either one of you.
22 then.
It'd be nice
simple.
not to, have to keep burning incense, even though we've
Well,
been
if you
doing
roll-
it wrong, actually. Those incense last for an hour.
Sweet.
I'm ready for roll off.
Roll a d20, both of you. May the odds be forever in your favor.
Of course, it's Charlie. He always rolls high when he's rolling for an item.
This is where you rip off his leg and threaten not to give it back until he gives it to you.
That's not Chucky.
Feel like he's becoming less and less of a barbarian.
I mean, if
He is becoming more and more of a champion, so kind of it works.
if he truly hated Gavin, maybe. Truly hate Gavin though.
All right. Your next set, good sir. I believe this is your last 2.
Yes.
Okay.
P11. And on P11 is a Staff of Power and Sun Orchid Elixir. Are both of those items, or?
Yes.
Staff of Power and what elixir? I'm adding this to the loot right now.
Sun Orchid Elixir.
Sun. Game. Thank you, roll 20. I'm gonna butcher how to spell that, but whatever. And it was Staff of Power. So far, we only gotten a Orhalicum high grade armor, +3 greater resilient armor.
It would not be in the compendium because it is in the World Guide, Lost Omens World Guide. And that's not part of the compendium yet. When you drink this elixir, you physically become, I'm just going to copy and paste for you.
Okay. Josh, the list is high-grade orichalcum armor, +3 greater resilient armor, 2 major healing potions, Staff of Power, and Sun Orchid Elixir.
Okay, I was just missing the 2 greater healing potions.
God damn.
Shit.
Yeah.
So you theoretically could reverse engineer that once you get to level 20. But they're unique and exceedingly rare.
I have
Can a single person only use that once, or?
No, you can use it as much as you want. Just remember that does generally draw ire of death gods and whatnot that are neutral and circle of life and all that crap. All right. So that evening comes to an end.
Okay, no. You don't care. Death doesn't care about how long someone takes to get to death. All he cares about is they actually eventually get there.
But I know if Drake used it, he wouldn't get there.
Drake already doesn't age. Neither does Solon. We're pure-blooded Eladrin with a little bit of demon god thrown in for spice.
You're missing the everything nice.
That was never going to be added to that particular formula. I'm also a little girl.
So that evening comes to an end. As the morning rises, the sun bears down on you, and the divine presence of Io is felt once more before fading rapidly And standing before all of you as you begin to wake, or those of you on your shift, Araxis stands. Return to the group.
I look very refreshed and a little sad that I'm back, but also that I kind of missed you guys.
Aww.
But you don't admit it, do you?
Oh, hell no.
That would mean she shows feelings. You can't have that.
Okay.
Is
Welcome
there
back.
anything-
We found treasure.
What kind of treasure?
Lots of armors. Some other stuff that's been claimed. Potion of eternal youth. Or potion of youth. Here's a list. I'm hoping you heard what was said before because I don't want to look it up again.
As all of you gain your bearings, a presence is immediately felt. And sitting on a rock, about 20 yards, the only reason why you notice is because he allows himself to be perceived by y'all. There, sitting in his actual human form, is Vigir. Why, hello, my proteges. Are you ready to get on with your trials? After all, you have one left. And it is to make me genuinely laugh.
What sucks? I thought you were gonna say it was just, to smack you in the face.
You can try, little man.
Oh, I'll eventually try.
I'm sure you will.
I'm trying to think on this one. The urge to legitimately conquer these trials and be done with them is warring with my urge to finish looting this fucking island. And if I don't finish looting the fucking island, then we jump immediately into the Death God Grim Reaper bullshit.
Well, I mean, as soon as we get done with the year, I have to immediately go to the Grim Reaper bullshit.
That's my point.
So, you could ignore the gear and we could just go treasure hunting.
I'm liking this plan.
Was this explained to Chucky and the non-Draconians that we had to take down the Reaper now?
Yes.
Alright. Wanted to make sure.
After I got Chiron branded again, it was something I would have made known. Because it's something that I have to do.
And of course, Chucky would have been like, he likes to torture you, doesn't he?
Who doesn't?
So we're gonna go search the island and seek of a way to make him laugh.
Yes. That's what we're going to say. We just happen to be looking at all the important locations on said island while we do it.
Give me, whoever's going to say this to him, a deception check.
Not it.
Chucky
It's
lied.
not because I don't want to roll. It's because you don't want me to roll.
And they got
No,
a
I say it point blank. I'm not, there's no deception about it. Like, I say that out loud. Unless he turns around and says, "No, I want to be made to laugh now."
But he can't. So that would be another trial.
He squints his eyes at you. And he looks bemused by a thought. Dan, go ahead and give me a skill roll. I'll let you choose. This is basically a roll to determine how much Vigir likes you in this very moment. Because you see a very mischievous grin on his face. And you know Vigir, when he gets like this, it's definitely because he's figured something out that can fuck you over. You get the idea that just by the look on his face, he is aware something pressing must occur soon. Not necessarily what, but something must. And the longer you procrastinate, at least to him procrastinate, you don't have to go to it immediately.
Okay, here's a. I pick a random social skill. Is what you're saying?
Pick what skill you think would best suit Solon, just to, distract him from being a dick.
Vigir's gonna purposely laugh so that we have to just go directly to into the Reaper fight.
You get the general idea. That's what this is right here.
Oh, okay.
You thought you hated it.
No, okay. Thievery. Steal something to make him entertained.
I think something went wrong there.
Nope, I did it on purpose.
No, I mean, you only got a 5.
I did it on purpose. I have a -1 to it.
Oh.
It's my lowest skill.
Gotcha. So what is your intent right here?
Just try to pick a coin from Chucky's pocket. No, I tried to try to sneak World Carver off his back.
Trucker just looks at him like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then he just lets him kind of try to picking it up.
Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that.
No worries.
All right. So, what was your intent? Sorry, to clarify your intent for Vigir, like to get him from not being.
He was. I was attempting to do something in order to trigger a connection or a. You like me. I'm entertaining in a way, and I blatantly just reach out to an overt, horrible attempt to try to steal Chucky's giant axe from his back, and I can't even lift the fucking thing.
All right, so as you go to try to take World Carver, You grab the shaft of the axe and you slip upwards, startling Simon, who goes into his actual mana worm kind of form and bites your hand. And it causes you to, jump back, shaking your hand, and you got, Simon there just lashed onto your hand, being flapped around in the air. The gear chuckles at that and doesn't laugh. I appreciate the attempts. I will give you some time. Fuck, 3 days.
Damn, I failed Derek. He should have done it to be a dick now. That was the whole point.
Oh, to laugh? Okay. I thought your intent was to gotcha. I'm completely... Alright. I don't know where my head was. He laughs hysterically.
Okay.
As
so
you're
have
shaking
you ever
the
seen
silence.
the anime grin where face goes black, but the giant shit-eating grin just appears out of nowhere with the giant round eyes?
Yes.
That's the appearance that Solon has on his face right now.
Bagheera, he lifts his hand after laughing. He snaps his fingers, and all your companions are returned to normal.
I simply look at him. I take that to mean we have accomplished our training.
Well, this leg, I have a few things I need to do. Don't worry, the next bit won't be as childish as this. There will actually be merit for what I have you do. That will progress you into your ultimate goal here. This was me having a little fun with some new proteges.
Okay.
But it is,
I need
after all...
clarification, Derek. This is the end of that 4-quest thing.
Yes.
I do a full bow towards him. I say, remember, payback's a bitch.
I look forward to it, young Oathbinder.
And all of a sudden, he disappears.
Okay.
Because my revenge triggers.
Okay.
You remember what the deal I made with Drake was, right?
I do not off the top of my head.
What he did to us happened to him. So I look at the group and I say, so I don't like to be messed with. Don't any of you fuckers ever try it. I gave up a lot in trade to my dad to get him back for what he did to us.
Who was he switched with? I can't remember.
Bagar.
All right.
In layman's terms, I turn to the group and I say, I made an agreement with my dad in exchange for... I'm not going to tell you. He provided a curse on Vigir for me. You'll have to go through the same body switcheroo that we did.
So he must complete 4 quests for you.
Yep.
That you get.
But he's in Vigar's body. The added benefit of this is Vigar also switches bodies. And it's far easier for someone intelligent to handle a hulking brute's body than it is for a moron to handle a spellcaster's body. Also, on a side note, that ritual we were so worried about just got interrupted because it no longer has a target. Because there's no way in hell Vigir is going to agree to be a vessel for a daemon.
Damn.
You hear
Rebirth.
off. You
One
hear
stop.
off. You hear off maybe a mile away. What sounds like, because my voice is a little shot tonight. You sound what sounds like Vigir yelling at the top of his lungs, and you see birds flying and shit like that. What the fuck happened? That's Vigir's voice. Solon, you know what happened. You know that's Vigir in Vigir's body.
Speaking out loud to the ether. Your first quest. Find your body and beat the shit out of it. Until only 1 health remains.
As you all are relinquished of your quest from Vigir.
Do you not agree that it was worth going to do the Grim Reaper fight now in exchange for this?
I agree.
After,
I just
as
don't
you
know
all
if we're
start
ready.
to take, after y'all, because you all do get a prep, you do know he's not sending you in suicidal. This has to be your next main goal.
Yeah,
Make some preparation and whatnot, that's fine. After about, 20 minutes or so of like kind of letting everything sink in and that, a major fight is impending. Off to the northeast, you see a vortex. It's black, it's just insidious, and it's becoming chaotic, and then it dissipates violently. You can give me a perception check, all of you, if you will. Chucky, you're too busy consoling Simon for Drake touching him in his no-no spots that you don't notice. Gavin and Araxis, both you miles away. Like the sky becomes just unnaturally clear at the dispersion of this ritual. You see a dwarf of a man, it's a human, flying through the sky as if being jettisoned from a massive explosion. Solon, with your critical success right there, you can tell, and your eyes just pinpoint on it. Your Eladrin eyes, what did your Eladrin eyes see? You see Vigir inhabiting his body. His torso and everything is sin from the chaotic energy exploding. He's like laying in the sky, if you will. His hands are behind his head, cradled. And he just has a smile, a smile on his face as his body is just getting jettisoned through the sky, landing who knows where.
This might be my greatest achievement I will ever accomplish. We go to slay the Grim Reaper, but this is what I will have pride in going forward.
You can tell with that natural 20 that Vigir is not upset with you. He has a smile on his face, and you have him absolutely intrigued.
So if anybody has any suggestions about quests,
you've gained a new friend, and your reputation with Vigir is now friendly instead of neutral.
if anybody has any quest ideas, go ahead and submit them to me at any point in time.
I shall submit them in writing. Don't you worry.
I can
Speaking
think
of
a
quests,
Out of everybody, out of all NPCs, Xandric, Drake, Gavin, this is the first person that Vigir truly likes. He is definitely tipping.
Xandric are friends.
They are friends, but like him and Xandric are friendly, or liked, if you will, like their reputation meter thing. You got like neutral, friendly, or I mean, liked and friendly, or whatever it is. You right now are the top ranked kind of reputation or impression Vigir. Xandric and him are liked, if you will. But no one has ever pulled over something on him as Solon has. Not like this.
Like I said, this
So-
will go down in history as the greatest prank he's ever pulled.
You were going to say something, Sam, before I cut you off. I do apologize.
Very good. Solon saying that, I'd be like, speaking of quests, I would look to Solon and say, I spoke with your father, and I need your assistance with 2 things. You specifically for the first, and then everyone for the second. I'll pull out a tooth?
Yes.
I'll pull out the tooth from my bag of holding and say that, oh god, what was it that Drake said? He said that he would give me an item to deepen my connection with Io.
Or he'd give you the material to craft an idol. To deepen your connection with Io. But Solon would have to be the one to craft it.
That was the first part of the deal. The second part was that I had to find an artifact that was next to worthless but had great potential from either war or famine.
Yes.
Of at least artifact quality.
Okay, I would tell the group that, and then specifically Solon about the tooth.
Well, we can keep an eye out for my dad wants for, and hell, let's keep an eye out for both famine and for pestilence and for war, because you never know what we may want to trade from him in the future.
Yeah.
If we know what he wants in advance, sometime in the future, having prepayment as opposed to coming from something from the top might be worthwhile.
At least we know he's not talking about the knife, because damn, that shit is worth it.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping that. What you don't know is, I am a master summoner. I know, blows your mind. I haven't been able to really use it much here. But, my sister
Early on, you did.
is a master at abjuration. I can get the one up on her from now on with this knife.
All right. So do you agree to make the item for her, or are you going to try to blow a deal?
Solon doesn't. Yeah, so Solon's like, I can make it for you. What are you looking for? He's never met Io, so you have to remember. You'd have to describe what is. You'd have to show him a picture. You'd have to show him what kind of holy symbol you are actually looking for.
How could we fluff my character's drawing ability?
What is your performance skill at?
Drawing is crafting.
Yeah, that's right. Drawing is crafting. What's your crafting at? Painting and drawing or crafting?
I'm at expert level.
Fairly good.
Okay, so I'd sketch out what Io looked like and kind of do a little size reference with buildings and whatnot. And yeah, I would just fully explain the situation that happened and say that this whole belief in a being is new to me, so I'm not fully sure how to go about it, what kind of symbol or artifact I need made out of the tooth. So maybe we could throw around ideas and you could help me with that.
Sure. This will be a downtime activity then.
Yep. All right. So now the elephant in the room.
So, Dan, instead of just typing this to you, just tell you straight out, I have an idea to prepare us for the Grim Reaper fight. But it would be, we would have to somehow find user crafting and making a magic item people can attune to, but create it with Death Ward. Death Ward's spell suppresses the effect of the Doom condition.
Okay.
It gives you a whole bunch of status bonuses and stuff like that to death effects, negative effects, gives you negative resistance. But it also says, and suppresses the effects of the doomed condition, which I think is what the Grim Reaper does with his aura.
I definitely have high enough crafting to make basically anything that you'd want to craft, but I need a recipe. Or to create a recipe.
It'd be creating a recipe, and Nair would help you because she knows the spell Death Ward.
So you would have to create a formula for it. The formula would be, let's see.
So I have a suggestion. Why don't we hand this, because now everybody's back to normal.
Yep.
Here, we could open up a gate back to the main city so everybody can return there. Luckily, it's only been like 2 days. And why don't we turn the crafting of said formula over to, I look at Chucky, your brother, because he's an alchemist, inventor extraordinaire. And then once he actually has the formula, we can each work on building these items together, and that way we can produce 2 at once. Unfortunately, one of us can work on making the formula at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But if he makes the formula, we can get some of these more important areas scoped out, and maybe get Chucky's Vault back to up to 100%. Because that might help with going after the Grim Reaper as well, because Court of Stars is the anathema to daemons.
Yeah. No, I'm totally up for that. I was just looking through and see what Death Ward actually did, and it suppresses the effects of the Doom condition. I was like, oh, okay.
The cheaper route, because it would take you a good couple weeks to get all this going. The cheaper route would be, and Nair could do this relatively quick, is to create scrolls of Death Ward and then use it on each of you or whoever all you bring. And she can make those in batches of 4.
Yeah, the duration on it is 10 minutes, so
That's 100 rounds, so
should be all right, maybe.
if that goes above 100 rounds, I'm gonna cry. I will legitimately cry. That would be, and that's what she would suggest as well. It's a what, 7th or 5th level spell?
Yeah, 5th level.
So scroll price would be 150. It would cost. So who all are you bringing? So she knows how many to craft.
Who do you think?
Dan, do you think we should bring everyone to this, or just
Main
the main cast, or
Also-
cast, I guess I was thinking, but what were you gonna say, Josh?
Did we want to check on Jumba and see what the hell he did too?
Kind of, yeah. But I assumed he would try to contact us if he was coherent and done.
He has finished. Him being
Oh, yeah.
coherent is not. You don't know.
Also, I'm about my brother. I think he's working on something at the moment, or was before he got his body switched. He was working on combining star metal with hailstone, I believe. Making a bit better of an alloy. Also, ignore this attack. I'm testing something. Ah, goddamn it! Why is it still putting the text in there?
She can get 7 made in 4 days.
Okay.
Sorry. Nope. My bad. Yeah, no, she can make 7 in 4 days.
That's 7 or 7 batches of 4?
7 total. So that gives you an idea of how many you can bring safely to suppress the doom condition.
all right?
Oh,
That's still a wall of numbers, but much better.
we're putting all the additional damages. You just have to remember, pack tactics only apply when there's someone near me fighting, engaged, and then electricity LOA is, lightning Asmaroth. That's the only one that's activated. And the Simon thing is, critical. And then,
Fair.
of course, the health steal is only when I'm actually below,
Yeah.
max health.
So to help expedite this, while y'all are deciding who to bring, I'm guessing you're going to use those 4 days to explore more as well.
Yes.
So we'll just go. You can explore a total of 12 places. We can get that out of the way real quick.
Can we add an extra 3 using the gauntlet?
Yes.
Okay. Josh, do you have yours written down? Or because there were 3 places that we needed to check for you, correct?
Yeah, let me see. I wrote it on either a piece of scratch paper or I should have put it in my notes, but let's see if I actually did get there. They don't always get there. Not there. That must have been on a piece of scratch paper. So. But I do believe it was like L17, L18. Could be wrong. For the vault
Yep.
stuff.
Yep, that is. Both of them have something that a pool that reflects the stars and a tower that ascends to the stars or something along those lines.
That reflects the cosmos pretty much.
So
All
what
right.
are we doing first?
So let's heal L17 and L18.
Okay.
Start at
L17.
L17.
What all is there?
It is a pool that reflects the stars.
All right. As you approach, looking in it, or as you approach this body of liquid, you do see the reflections of stars, of constellations, of various, celestial events happening around. What do you do?
It's a bunch of celestial events when you look at it.
Yeah. Births of stars, black holes, goblin galaxy, all different kind of things. You're seeing the cosmos.
I look at it for a while to see if I can recognize anything that I've seen.
There are some similarities. It does seem very chaotic in nature, as the ripples and the liquid shift, so does the perception of where you're looking at. But you can get the general idea. You are seeing the universe with each kind of ripple and imagery that you see within it.
And as far as I can tell, it just looks like a pool.
Yes.
No, like hatches or anything.
Oh.
Okay, I tried doing what I did with that, a chunk of meteorite that was really soft. Try sending it to the vault. See if that works.
How do you go about doing it?
How did I do it last time? I just touch it and then try activating some sort of power.
It was something along those lines. All right, so as you touch it, I need you to give me a fortitude save.
Wow, that is horribly low.
Does that stand?
I'm gonna use a hero point. Or no, it's the next day, isn't it? I'll use my token. Better, but not that great. And oh, I have that turned off. There, that looks better.
All right. You failed. You take
Yeah.
186 damage. That is untyped. As you touch the very quintessence of raw energy creation, and it ripples through you.
I took how much damage?
186.
So I take half that damage because of the fortitude stuff.
How do you take half damage?
When you fail a fortitude save against effect that deals damage, you have half the damage you take.
I wonder how that interacts with abilities that say the damage cannot be mitigated. Mitigated.
I don't know.
I'm going with you can't half it because it does say it cannot be mitigated, and this isn't the only thing in the rules that say such things.
I'm guessing the damage resistance doesn't stop it, and of course the
Correct.
further shell wouldn't stop it.
Correct.
So I'm definitely below half.
But you do learn it is a mass source of raw energy in its purest form, if you will. Even though it's in a liquid shape. Or a liquid form, I should say.
I'm not going to try that again.
Yeah, all of you just see like the devastation that just washes over Chucky as he touches this.
You didn't believe enough.
Believe in the
I'm
heart of
still
the stars.
I'm still not trying that again. That hurt. But it's raw, untapped energy.
So do you feel a connection with it at all?
You do.
So it's something you need.
Yeah, I think it's some sort of fuel source.
So why not use your key?
Key?
Your vault key.
I have a vault key?
That's how you open the vault initially. Calm down, you'll kill him later.
I don't recall a vault key ever.
It was... Because you have the Sky Vault is what you have, right?
Yeah.
S16, that's where we found the key to the Sky Vault. That was your thing.
S16 was the key to the... What? What the Skyvault was T25, though.
That was the map of the stars.
And as far as I'm aware, that's where the Skyvault was.
That's why I'm saying the key to the Sky Vault.
I don't remember getting the key. I don't.
I know we got it. And since it's the key to the vault, I'm assuming you took it, and that's how we got into said vault.
It was where?
S16.
S16. Yeah, I didn't use the key to open the vault. I don't remember getting the key.
Derek, do you remember the key that I speak of?
I do know the key you're speaking of.
And he
was
never
just
used
checking
it?
my notes real quick. No, he presented his authority as the sword, and that's what opened the vault, or his vault.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
We have a key.
maybe you need to do that here. Say, I am the bone in my sword. No.
So why not, since we have the key to the Sky Vault, try using the key on the pool?
It should have been a lot easier to know that I had that key. I just don't remember ever getting the key, and none of my notes say I had that key.
But y'all do have the key. If somebody has it, they hand it to you. I know y'all have the key.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go off that we didn't fully know what it was at the time, so I don't ever recall having it. So
I'm just going to chalk it up to you're a barbarian, so
All right, what do you do with the key?
or did we get that before I was found out that I was the sword?
we might have
Then
gotten
I
it.
just kind of
before
forgot.
We might have gotten it before we figured out you were the sword.
That's probably what happened.
I don't know
We
for
got it
sure.
Before
All right,
I was.
let's move along. What do you do with the key, if anything?
Well, first off, I'm going to heal up before I do anything, because I'm at 89 health.
Okay.
So
If you take too long refocusing, it will start eating into your action economy for the day.
I'm not going to refocus. I'm just going to lay on hands, which will be 48 points. Then trigger one of my fast heals. There's one of my surgeries for the day, which would be 60. So I'd heal 108 total.
Okay.
I'm at 207.
I can offer heals as well.
Oh, wow. 197. I would, try to, I'd look at the stars again, take a look at this key and see if there's anything that would, correspond together with each other. Or if I just have to touch it.
Is there a
Touch
constellation keyhole?
No, there's not.
No.
There doesn't seem to be inherently anything connecting the two.
Use it as a medium to absorb as opposed to, your person.
Throw the key into the pool.
I'm not going to throw it in the pool. I'll touch it from the pool.
As you begin taking the key to the sky, or the key of the sky vault towards the pool, much like Moses in the Red Sea, it parts. And then immediately all of you are having to turn your head as the light within is blinding. You can feel the pulsing of energy. And it begins, growing stronger. After a few moments, the light fades away and you see a spherical, source of just raw energy. What do you do?
I still well back from it because we have the sword master to go and collect his energy source.
The sword master to collect his energy source. It's just blinding light. I can't really. Just
It has dimmed down. Just a pulsating spherical, energy source. Kind of looks like a miniature sun. Yep.
Um. Only thing I can think of, other than using the key on it, would be to. I mean, what does it do when I use the have the key near it?
Nothing. The water,
Nothing?
the liquid is parted.
And I could just feel the energy radiating off of it. So I
Yes.
feel as like it'd be unwise to touch it. Or do I actually feel something from it other than raw energy?
Oh, there is a deep connection to you, but it is also raw energy.
You're mostly healed up.
Actually-
Touch it.
I'm not mostly healed up. I take. I'm gonna test something first and see what happens. I pull out my old cleaver,
Okay.
touch it to it.
Is that the one you started with?
Yep.
All right. There's a moment where you think that the sword is going to melt, that it's just going to give way and be utterly destroyed. And then the energy source begins to pulsate, and everybody instinctively starts to back up. One may be afraid of, it exploding and the extreme amount of heat that is beginning to radiate from it. Everybody begins taking actual passive damage within 60 feet of it. Takes roughly 10 rounds for this to completely transpire. I'm assuming the rest of you get out of the radius, I'm assuming, except for
I never
Chucky.
went down here.
Huh?
I never went down to the bottom.
Gotcha. Chucky, over the course of 10 rounds, you take 100 points of damage that can't be mitigated. But after that 10 rounds, the source of energy completely merges with your old cleaver.
Does my cleaver look any different, or was it?
There is along the actual bladed side, the sharp side, the actual it kind of pulsates this radiant glow about it along the edge of the blade.
Just think what would have happened if you had World Carver in there.
Something tells me a world carver wouldn't work.
All right, what do you do?
I'm guessing that fluid is still around too,
Yes.
or is that dissipated?
As of right now, it's still around.
Is there anything here other than that fluid?
No, there is not. Dan, what's your base intelligence?
23.
23. As you're watching this and whatnot, you get the idea that this liquid is a cooling mechanism to keep the orb from overheating.
That's what I let him know.
Your orb is liquid cooled.
So I'd have to collect this and put it around it in the vault. Is the fluid radiating power now still or not? Did I take the power already?
You took the power. It has ambient power in it, but the harmful, the sheer energy is within your blade. That is increasingly getting hotter.
So
Bring
I
it to the
take.
vault.
Wouldn't I need to get this fluid first?
Bring it to your vault.
So touch the fluid and bring it to my vault, and then go to the vault and bring. Can I
First,
actually
bring your
send?
sword to your vault, to the vault. It's starting to overheat. When an energy source has been compressed and it begins to act or agitate, getting rid of it is a wise thought process. Bring it to your vault. Find out where it needs to get installed.
All right, I was thinking of taking the fluid first, but whatever.
Dan, you can give me a raw intelligence, and so can you, Chunky. So can Nair. Nair's pretty smart.
Token.
I'll token. Whatever.
Dan and Nair. Following the same principle, because I'm trying to help expedite this right here. He can maybe be able to attempt the same thing by using his cleaver to merge it with the liquid. You saw what happened when he touched his original cleaver to the power source. This liquid, whatever it is, has been keeping it cool. Maybe something like that will happen if he combines the cleaver with the liquid.
I relay that to him.
So one of the things I was thinking about doing anyways was sticking it in the fluid for now. I stick the blade in the coolant and see what happens.
All right. So after about this, you've taken another roughly about 50 points of damage. You place the blade within the liquid, and after a few moments, it does begin to merge with the blade. As you pull the blade free, there's now just this large got the hole, not the word I was looking for, but there's basically a hole you're standing in from where the liquid and the power source was in. When you look at your blade, it still has the fundamental shape that it was. And along the edge is pulsating this just radiant light. But the blade, the metal itself, reflects the stars, the cosmos.
It seems stable now, though.
Yes.
Nothing else in the hole?
Nope.
Just empty? I think we should move on to the next. Something, I don't know. Feel like giving the vault its power source right away seems like it would be bad not to have it, a little bit more complete, but I don't know.
The next one is directly 1 square south, so.
Okay, to help expedite this, you go to L18. They're a massive monolith, if you will, floats in the sky, and it reflects the cosmos. You once again take the key, present yourself as the sword, and a door opens. Stairs of ethereal energy descend down.
I state my intent that my friends can enter. Just in case. I remember the first one. I don't know if this one's going to listen to the other part of the vault, you know.
As you enter, it is, again, of the same kind of design as your vault. There are several rooms in it that are empty. There is a couple massive rooms that, again, are once again empty. And you get the idea that, you know, these can, much like the vault, can be kind of configured to your will. You go, you know, as you explore it, and it takes, you know, a few hours to go through it. It kind of feels like home to you. The level of ambient magic and just overall technology is vastly different than the rest of the world. And as you and your companions, you know, travel through it, you can see where the vault actually assembles to this. As if one giant structure when combined. Or vessel. What do you do?
I can see where they would combine.
Yes.
Does it look like there's what I've seen? Does it look like they would they'd be completely go together, or there's something that should be in the middle?
These should go together.
Derek, I have to AFK for a couple minutes.
Okay.
And I try neither of them can move at this point, as far as I'm aware, right?
Correct.
And I can't try willing them back to the vaults or together.
Willing it together, no. You get the distinct impression you're definitely going to need help putting them back together. Your brother and the crazed dwarf, or the stone dwarf, would be good NPCs, companions, to help you in this endeavor. But you could theoretically will it to proximity of the vault.
So I could get it close, but still would have to, you know, have someone help me assemble it.
Pretty much, yes. But because of the malleable steel you sent there too, that actually helps tremendously. From a 3-month uninterrupted downtime activity, which you can assign NPCs to do, it goes down to a month because of that steel you sent there. Well, material, I should say. You can see how it's pieced together and everything. Again, I'm just trying to help expedite this so we can potentially get to the fight tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But it is beyond your expertise to actually put it together.
I am legendary in crafting,
I take that back.
and I have magical crafting. You know.
I take that back. Either way, it would take a month to reassemble and do all the necessarily, rituals and component compressions and, everything to actually get it back to fully functional. So do you will it back?
I guess I would. It's gonna be in the ocean now.
Hey, there's worse place for it to be. When you will it back, there is a kind of shift. You feel, because you're with it at the moment, and so are your companions, there is definitely turbulence, and there's the shifting of the bedrock of the ocean and whatnot. When you actually look, you can actually see where this has kind of changed shape to be more of like a hull, fuselage, with that kind of goes underneath the vault, with the vault sitting on top of it. No longer being vertical, it is horizontal, or it's laying horizontal on the seabed floor with the vault over, again, on top of it for a portion of it.
Is there an AI access in this part or not?
When you try to bring it forth, because it's within proximity of each other, the A from your vault, you see the various lights and sigils and whatnot, words of magic light up, and it communes with you.
I present the blade to see what what A says about it.
Crude compared to the last sword, but effective as it is. And you see a kind of dais raise up from the center of the vault, or from where you are in the hall of it, if you will, rise up, and there is a slot that you can place the sword. Once completed, placing the sword within will allow you to travel where you desire.
So the power source should be in the sword?
Yes. It will also optimize the weaponry and defensive capabilities once complete.
Alright.
All right, so that is done. You all have 10 more spots. Is Dan back? No, he's not.
Nope.
Unless there's anywhere of note, we can handle the grabbing the items and whatnot. Right now is a pretty low point. Y'all are level 15. That's why I'm not having you roll for some of the stuff, just because the threats on this island, other than the big ones, you've out-leveled tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got to that stature where wild beasts and things like that, they turn the corner and see you, and they're like, nope.
Even the dumb creatures are like, nope.
Yep.
Well, I can understand Gavin. He's just, death incarnate, so.
You're death incarnate. You're like a little ball theory.
It's big words for little man.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. I'm bigger on the inside. We just waiting for Dan, I take it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. And y'all can handle anything, little things you want to do right now.
I
Kind of
just
want
got.
to get.
I'm sorry.
Gotcha. Is there? That's taken care of. Is there anything? I know y'all have. I kind of want to get this fight done with tonight, if we can. Is there?
What fight?
With the Grim Reaper. Is there any? You got 10 more places you can search. Out of those 10, is there anything noteworthy that you think would help you with this? Otherwise, we can handle that. And a side call and whatnot.
Should be fine. No, I don't believe anything that will more than likely directly affect. Josh's vault is complete now, right? Or is there still?
It needs to be pretty much reassembled. That is a month-long downtime activity that he can delegate to his brother and the dwarf if he so chooses.
Got it. We can go ahead and start the Reaper fight if you want.
Well, I want to take care of any RP and whatnot before that, but it should take no more than 40 minutes or so to do the fight, so any other prep work you all want to do for her? And who all are you bringing? Because she can make she has 7 scrolls, a death ward that she at that point would have crafted. So safely, you can bring 7 people. As far as the Doom Door goes,
And me and
which helps out tremendously.
and me and Nair do not need those. So
You think? You do not know.
To the best of my knowledge, that's I don't have anything prep wise that's immediately coming to mind.
Really can't think of anything.
Okay. Who all are you bringing?
remember, this is technically a daemon we're going up against.
Or is it?
Yeah, technically all we know is the Serpent of Abaddon.
I don't know, Zeta. Every time I try to talk to him, he keeps fucking branding me.
Do we bring along the kid? I'll just start asking about whether people would want to bring along. Technically, he's supposed to be with us for as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So do we bring him?
I would say yeah. Zedek,
Okay.
I would reluctantly ask for more info.
How do you go about this?
I take a moment with my eyes closed and having the scythe in both hands, try and commune with my connection to that, to Chiron.
Alright. After around 10 minutes, you manage to center yourself. The cold presence of Chiron is felt around you. "4, I answer." That's all he says. 4 is in the number 4.
Mm-hmm.
I answer.
I'll blatantly ask, are me and Nair immune to the Doom aura?
No.
You said no? Alright.
And neither is your resistance and immunities to his attacks, or its attacks, I would say.
What are his weaknesses?
You feel your undead skin crawl as Chiron simply laughs. Get a strong indication that it doesn't have any inherent weaknesses.
Um,
To help this out, you get the idea like your necrotic resistances and immunities and things like that will not, in any of your resistances, will not work against his damage. Turtle shell will work.
okay.
You do, if you want to go in there being having the doom condition suppressed, you would need to have a scroll used on you and Nair.
Okay.
All right, you have 2 questions. You can ask your companions too.
Yeah. Um. Alright, I would have first explained to the group, hey, I'm going to ask Chiron about some questions about the Grim Reaper before we face him.
Outside of negative energy, any other immunities we should be aware of? Or resistances?
Is that a question you ask?
Yeah, Is that what other immunities does he have?
Death effects, disease, paralyzed, bleeding, poison, unconscious, slowed, and stunned. He can choose whether or not to take positive damage.
And I know by that choosing, he can choose to still be healed.
Okay,
with
so
positive, right?
let me, because you're asking him specifically.
Mhm.
Death's Grace. The Grim Reaper can choose whether or not it counts as undead for effects that affect undead differently. Even if it does not count as undead, the Grim Reaper still never counts as a living creature. So it could be, the positive damage you deal to him. He can be like, well, that doesn't affect me, but it doesn't heal him because
Okay.
he still has negative healing.
Okay.
One more question.
Do you think I should ask if we have to do anything?
How do we prevent it from tapping into the sticks? Technically, if it's losing, it could just run away.
Yeah.
And not to mention, it's drawing death energy from the river Styx itself.
Yeah. I'll blatantly ask is that if there's a way I can cut him off from using the river.
To put it in game terms, one of sufficient strength must channel their will each round to basically close his access to the river Styx, or to be able to traverse the river Styx. The one you have of sufficient strength that could potentially do that is Nair.
All right.
But that means each round she would be spending 3 actions.
Yeah.
That would also limit some of the things he can do with the river Styx as well.
Okay.
Alright, that is your 4 questions.
Yeah.
Basically, we have one extra scroll left.
Yeah.
We're bringing the kid, Nair, Araxis, me, Charlie, and Chucky. There's one free slot left, technically.
Do you want to bring like Zivit or something? Have like a bard for some saves and shit?
Do you think it'd be worthwhile?
I mean, he can basically make it so that you succeed your save if he rolls a high enough performance.
No, I'm all for him then.
And suddenly the bard is back in business.
I've used it before.
Yeah, but Zivit doesn't get a whole lot of love. Alright. To help expedite this, y'all gather your companions. boy. This is the first time he does seem a little nervous. Going in against an entity known as the Grim Reaper and what that entails, rightfully so, makes even the most stalwart of individuals nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I still do not have a fucking token man now, or is forgetting something?
For Nair, does she have to be within a certain distance of him to cut him
No.
off? Okay. But she has to be in the room to do it, I would assume.
Yes.
Okay.
As you gather your companions, you concentrate on the staff. And your very being, in essence, is transported from where you are to a massive citadel sunk below the ocean waves. The doors open up on their own accord, and you step through. A white marbled grand hall awaits you. People can drop their tokens down, if you will. Several large pillars are lit with souls. Sam, drop your token down. And Jaffa Mill. Josh and Zivit.
We took enough time to fully heal because, yeah, I was
Yes.
definitely down.
As you enter, through the pillars and whatnot, you see 3 statues that are pulsating with power. To the northeast, the far northeast, you see a statue of a representation of Sarenrae. To the center west, you see a representation of Cord. And to the northwest, a representation of Melora. All the other daises, the statues are crumbled and in ruin.
Looks like we have more temples to restore.
You hear the Reaper, pretender, you shall not succeed. I am next.
You are next to fail.
You hear a brown, churning laugh. Everybody go ahead and give me an initiative.
So before we step through the portal, were we able to cast our prep spells?
Yes. Sir.
So definitely Earth Protect. So that way -10 to all physical damage.
You did learn that will help not against his attacks. Nope. The only resistance you have that will help against his attacks is Turtle Shell.
-25.
Yes.
I have one other thing that might help.
Also, all of you are hasted by the kid. His name is escaping me at the moment.
Draven?
Draven, yeah, sorry. All of you are hasted. Spellcasters can use that extra action to cast spells. And he has tweaked it some in his absence because it's been some time. He went away to redo his little magical trinkets that he had. With this new and improved kind of haste trinket that he made, each round you can spend a sustained action for free.
Okay, so as soon as I step into the room, I cast the same. I don't know how this will stack actually, or if it does will or not. I'm casting the Death's Haste. I don't know if they're separate sources in the stack or if they don't or what, but
because of things like that, it is actually unclear because it's not a type bonus. Because it's coming from two different named sources, I will allow them to stack.
okay, he needs to make a saving throw.
Okay. What's the traits on it? I don't remember if we put traits on it.
We didn't put traits on it.
What's the save?
It was will save.
Alright. 34.
Yeah, that's it. It saves.
Okay. Alright. Any other prep spells that people would have cast? Doesn't matter. You're going after him.
Looking at what if it has.
Bless.
Leave that one. Last for the other one here. Already hasted, so haste doesn't make you much. Yeah, basically just blast that I can cast at the moment. Them.
Alright. Alright, nothing else?
Have vital beacon on, which means you touch him, get healed.
Okay. Alright. If that's it, we're starting.
Yeah.
It's alright. You don't really have a whole lot of prep spells. Initiative was rolled, so you drop in your stance.
Yeah, and coming in, I knew that would turn on.
Okay. Alright. The Grim Reaper cocks its head, and you hear that clinking sound. Remember, I don't really have assets to show underwater, but y'all are underwater. Doesn't matter, y'all have you can breathe underwater, but use your swim speed.
I don't know exactly.
It would be equal to his regular speed. Because he was there for the blessing.
Like,
No, it was land speed. You have flight speed, you have fly speed, you have land speed, you have swim speed, burrow, all that. He points his finger at you, Solon. Come join me. I need you to give me a fortitude save. Does that stand?
Yeah, because I don't think I can actually physically save from what he's casting.
Okay. You see a black stream shoot from his finger and hit you in the mass of your chest. Take 100 points of negative damage.
Reaction turtle.
Okay.
I could have, counter performance.
Well, speak up. You're more than welcome to.
Is this an auditory or visual?
It is visible and verbal. It's semantic and verbal. So yes, you can see it because he has to make the hand gesture and verbal, speaking the word of power.
Then I could do this, and then roll. Then Jibba could roll performance. And if it's higher than the roll, he would succeed. He could take that performance roll.
All right.
But there's actually a +2 to that, so it's actually 20. It's actually a really low roll.
He still takes the 100 points of damage.
It's negative, right?
Yes.
Fucking. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Gavin. Reaction. Champion sacrifice.
All right. So you take no damage from it.
Yep.
You invalidate the. Normally, that damage can't be reduced because it says you take the damage and it can't be reduced.
Mm-hmm.
Except for it can only target living creatures. So you take no damage because it can't actually target. And it's going to use its last action to extend his finger. This is not a finger of death, but a range strike. As he moves his finger forth, you see a soul jettison from one of the nearby pillars to launch into Zivit. I need Zivit to give me a will save. Or, sorry, a fortitude save.
The lowest he has. That was a 4 roll on that.
Ouch.
Lord.
He already used his reaction for counter performance, right?
Yeah.
All right, that is a critical failure. You take 124 damage.
Ouch.
All right, Araxis, it is your turn. I need you to give me a fortitude save.
While I do that, is there a way that you can check to make sure that Jaff's movement speed is correct?
Yeah.
You said fortitude?
Yes. Yeah, so he'd have a 30-foot swim speed. Jaff would need to make the fortitude save as well because he acts on your turn. What did you get? Because apparently I disconnected from Roll20. There we go. I see that. Jaffamil is fine. Yes. Okay. That isn't a critical failure. You only take 26 negative damage.
With Death Ward, I do have negative resistance 10.
His attacks eat through it.
Does it also count? It says they receive a +4 status bonus to saves against death and negative effects.
That does count, yes.
All right.
Yes, you would. One damage. All right, take your turn. You got this. Or you don't.
So you said this entire room is underwater?
Yes.
How did you describe like the pillars and like the pools of whatever those are?
Those are the blue things are braziers with souls churning in them. The pillars right there, they're columns that go from floor to ceiling. And then you have the daises with crumbled statues on it, except for 3 of them.
Okay, the soul braziers, how high do those flames go?
Good 15 feet. And that's what you notice. Sorry, I didn't properly describe it. When you started your turn, souls erupted by the one right next to you and started just basically vortexing around you. Yeah, and Jaffamil. That's what caused that damage.
Okay, so those are about 15 feet tall, you said. How does the Grim Reaper compare height-wise?
The top of his head goes to about the height of the flame or the souls churning. Well, we'll come back to you, Zivit. Go ahead and take Zivit's turn while she looks up things.
How far from him? Granted, he's at 12 health, so.
I need Zivit to give me a fortitude save.
Again, before he even does anything?
At the start of his turn.
Wow.
You're good. You're golden. souls go to, basically cassette around you, inflicting damage on you like Arax's, but you manage to play a ditty little tune, and they do a little jig and then return back to the brazier. Oh man, two of the slowest people's turn back to back.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out some things on Zivit before, and I was.
Are you sustaining
Realize-
bless? Because bless increases by 5 feet.
Yeah, I'm sustaining bless.
Okay.
I realized Zivit was missing a feat before. I hadn't fully leveled him up.
I did my try.
You're only taking one action?
I can take 3 actions.
Yes.
I'm just going to.
Hold on. Resolve your next move where you're going to put them. Yeah, I need to know where you were on your second move. All right. The Grim Reaper uses a reaction to teleport to you and make a strike where you moved second.
I reaction your reaction.
How dare you? Where are you on your second move? I thought you were higher up on your third move.
Starting off there. It would be
Yeah. All right. Yes, it's still in range. So he would teleport and you'd be down here. All right, make two attacks. Use the worst of the two. Gavin.
Yeah.
I'll just speak until
Yes. As can the Grim Reaper.
this is gonna get so
Good God.
25.
That misses. What's your AC, Araxis? 23. That is a crit against you. You take 146 slashing damage. No. You already used Turtle when you absorbed the damage from the souls. That was at the start of your turn. And because you took damage, your third action to move is wasted. You are stuck there with Jeff.
how much damage?
146. All right, what all is Zeva doing? He's sustained for a free action.
Mm-hmm. And then he's gonna cast Soothe on himself at 6th level.
Okay.
That's 53. Is he's hasted, right?
Yes.
Or whatever.
He is hasted that he can use, so he gets 2 additional actions, and an additional sustain if he has another sustain.
So he could cast that again at. I'm gonna do it at 5th level, not 6th.
Okay.
Brief figuring there.
What was that?
47.
No.
That's Zibit's turn.
Okay. Make sure you heal him up. It's the kid's turn. Got a natural 20 on his intelligence. With your time with him, and he sees the different daises that are ruined, and he sees the statues that are there that are radiating with power. To get Araxis out of danger, he does a component, or he makes hand waves and utters words of power as you are teleported to the statue of Sarenrae. You can move your token up to you and Jaffamil teleport up to the statue of Sarenrae.
The top right.
Top right. He looks at you, Solon, and gives you a questioning look. Give me a perception check. Dan,
Yeah.
perception check, please.
I'm sorry. I'm reading up on spells, trying to get my turn all squared away.
Ah, no problem.
Um,
$23 is more than enough. Actually, that is a crit for his intent. He's giving you a look of, do you want to be teleported for his last remaining 2 actions to one of the statues?
Yeah, I nod.
All right. I will briefly allow you to throw your hand to which statue. Araxis is at the Sarenrae statue with Jaffamil. You have Malora and Corda. Okay, you can move your token over to where the statue of Cord is. That is his turn. Chucky, it's your turn.
All right. I see a bunch of people going to different statues.
Oh, I just read a thing. The Grim Reaper attacked me, didn't he?
Yes.
It doesn't say anything here about having to activate it, but attackers take 2d10 poison damage because we revived the spider spirit.
He is immune to poison.
Never mind.
Actually, all right, character. Of course, Chucky's just gonna rage.
Okay.
And
You have
that-
4 more actions.
That'd make him, large again, of course.
Yeah, it
Huge, I
does.
should say.
It's huge. Yep. Huge Chucky.
That is just creepy. He's gonna activate the lightning of Asbroth
Okay.
deal. So
Yep. 3 actions.
I had another question. Looking
for
through
it.
notes for the bear spirit, all I have is like damage reduction 10. Does that mean that
That would not help here.
Okay. I'm almost dead, okay? One more hit. I'm trying to save my ass.
Well, it would have blocked 10 damage. Because it's a universal 10 resist.
Is that what the bear spirit? I don't have my
Yeah.
notes open for it.
Yeah, that's what the bear spirit gave you.
It did say it prevents all damage. Or 10 points of any damage source. I will allow that in your all's favor going forth.
He's gonna move there. How many actions do I actually get in a turn? I've used
5.
I've used currently 3, so I got 2 more.
Now remember, when you move diagonally, the first move is 5 feet, the next move is additional 10 feet, then the one after that is 5, and then a 10, and it alternates if you're moving diagonally.
That is a weird way of moving.
It keeps it balanced, that way you can't just go all the way across the map going at an angle.
So he wouldn't be able to get there in his one movement, because his movement is 65. So he's down to 1 action. He's going to hit him with World Cover.
Okay, roll twice, take the worst of the 2.
I'm going to, because I have a token.
Use your token.
Yeah.
So that cancels out the misfortune, so you stick at 38, that does hit. It is not a crit.
So the things that do go off are the pack tactics, which is the 22.
Yep.
I have the LOA thing, so the 11 goes off. It's not a critical, so the timed exploding doesn't go off. So 47, 2, that's 68. 4, that's 60. Or that's 72, 74.
Oh, and I need you to give me a fortitude save at the start of your turn. Sorry, I forgot. So 74?
No, I got more. 80. I don't know. 92. Yep. Then the 11, so 103. And you want me to roll a fortitude?
Yep.
31.
That does succeed. You're good. All right, Solon, it's your turn, buddy.
Okay. Because
give me a fortitude save, pretty please. At the start of your turn.
Yeah.
Take 27 negative damage. As souls cascade around you, ripping at your flesh. Your bear would protect against that, so you would take 17.
Turtle for the rest.
Okay. Sam, did you return that 10 hit points for the... Okay.
I'm going to make a modification on Tiamat's spell because I realized how out of hand it can get real quick. It's just going to be a single D12 for every 1,000 spent.
That's fine.
For the first annual casting, it's a spell attack, so I'll go ahead and cast that. I extend my hand and... there we go. Did a 44 hit?
Holy fuck balls, yes it did.
I don't know how it got that high.
No, he's a good player. Your spell attack is plus 15, right?
No, my total spell attack is plus 19. So it should have been 29.
29.
Does a 29 hit? That's what I rolled.
Do you have pack? Yeah, you got the wolf buff, right?
Yeah.
So that would come into play here. So you'd still gain the benefits from flanking because 2 of your allies are around them. So that does hit.
Okay.
How much gold are you spending? You need to let me know how much gold you're spending beforehand.
Okay.
But no, that's that way you know if if it's wasted or not.
40k.
40k. All right, so 250.
4 or 40?
40. All right. So 29 is not a crit. All right.
So, 2 actions. I'm going to go ahead and... so with the last 3 actions that I have, I'm going to go ahead and...
Do you try to interact with the statues?
Yeah, I'll have one action interact.
All right. As you interact with the statue of Cord, lightning cascades from it into you and your companions. Physical attacks deal max damage.
Oh.
You hear a thundering roar.
Yeah, Sam, when you get a chance to interact with that statue, I think it's going to come in handy. Do I need to...
chosen, strike down our foes. You have damage reduction 10. That will negate damage from the Reaper.
Nice.
And I do need to clarify, the first attack on each round does max damage for melee.
Okay.
Not every attack, it's your first attack, which is your best potential to hit.
Yeah.
Going to spend another 40k. Team ops exchange.
So it should
Again,
be...
I'll have to modify that, but I rolled a 19, so it'd be a total of 38 plus the 2, so 40.
40 is just a crit.
Okay, so double this.
400 and... So that's 500 damage. You see the Reaper just burst into bone debris. Combat is still going on. You see the pedestal, or not pedestal, the bazaar up here, the souls, it goes dark.
Oh my god.
How much money you have, Dan?
I have a lot, but I have a lot.
All right, what do you do for your last action?
That was all 5. Interact, then 2 TMs.
Yep, gotcha. All right, it is Nair's turn.
Okay. Nair's has one free action teleport a turn, correct?
Correct. She also has 2 actual actions because double hasted or hasted from 2 different sources, so she can still use 3 actions to.
Yeah. So 3 actions to try and will
Love
herself.
Sam's reaction of "Oh my god."
So she will use that 3 action to try and dominate her will so that he is disconnected from the river.
Okay. He cannot traverse the river of Styx. He still has control over the immediate souls in these braziers.
Okay. I will do free action teleport to teleport Draven to the last statue. To Melora's.
Oh no! Okay.
As as she looks at the braziers, is it just swarming with souls that you don't think that either her or Gavin could use or send free?
It would be a contest of wills against the Grim Reaper.
How many actions would I need to burn to try and do that to one of the braziers?
2.
2. So 3. I still have 2 left, and then I just. All right, she will do the 3, and then she'll try and take over one of the braziers again. Or.
All right, this would be basically a spell attack for her.
Okay, so.
Does that stand?
Fuck it, I'll have her hero point it. Do that way.
His strength is too imposing at the moment. Though she does notice something, her passive perception is high enough. From the moment that you walked in here, there was this all, and I know I skipped over some things just to help get this going. There was a, imposing presence here. Ever since the statue cord was activated, it has lessened.
Okay.
All right. Gavin, it's your turn, Gavin.
All right. So it's 5 actions total.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How close do I need to be to a brazier? Do I need to be right next to it or not?
Within 10 feet.
So 1 action. I'm here.
Is it brazier or brazier?
Brazier.
Brazier.
Oh,
Brazier's underwear.
yeah, that's what I was like. I'm gonna grab Grim Reaper's brazier. This explains a lot why you're so angry, man.
Gavin's concentrated through the scythe is gonna try and do the bottom one first. With Gavin, spell attack as well, or
Yes. For you, it would be an attack roll with your scythe.
okay.
Does that stand?
Fuck. And the low ass rolls today. I'm gonna try and just I'll token it.
Okay.
35.
All right. You slam your scythe into it, and the souls look fearful for a moment, but you have connected with the brazier. It takes a total of 3 actions to drain it, freeing the souls, sending them to wherever, or doing whatever you wish for it. But if you do drain it as you're holding it, you deny the Grim Reaper access to it. You could spend your last 2 actions, and it would only require 1 action left from you to be able to drain it completely.
I'll start draining them into the scythe.
Okay. All right. The Reaper materializes at the brazier that went out. God damn it, map too big.
Whose fault is
You can always
that?
reduce the number of braziers down to by a few and shrink the map. I mean, geez.
All right. Your pathetic gods will not end me. And is Draven within range? You know what? I'm gonna make the map smaller for me. There we go. Thank you, scale button. No, he's not directly in range of him, so he's going to use 1 action. All right, you see the Reaper, he extends his finger, and you see a similar bolt of black necrotic energy just slam into the back of Draven, who takes 100 points of damage. He looks pretty worse for wear. Let me actually make his health visible for you all.
Remember, it would only take 90 damage.
He wasn't there for. Oh yeah, Cord.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hey. And then he is going to unleash a bolt. One that does hit, that's not a crit. It's 59. And that's is a miss because mage armor. All right. That is Karan's turn. Araxis, it's your turn. You got 5 actions.
Touch the statue.
Touch it! Touch it everywhere!
My children, may your strength be renewed and feel my warmth. Everybody here gains fast healing 25. You see Karan, or not Karan, the Grim Reaper kind of cringe. As again, both you and Nair, Gavin, feel its immense presence begin to fade just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Spell attacks and melee attacks do an additional 2d10 radiant damage.
You said melee and spell?
Yes. It also cleanses you of any conditions that might be imposed on you, or gives you a chance to counteract it at the beginning of each of your turns, I should say.
The fast healing 25 for me, would that be added on to the fast healing I already have?
No, you take the better of the 2.
Take the better too. Okay, got it.
How does fast healing work?
At the start of your turn, let me make sure it's not at the end of your turn.
It's at the start.
At the start of your turn, you regain those hit points. For you, it would act immediately, so you would restore 25 since you activated it. As healing rays of Samurai Rasha. You have 4 more actions. And sorry, Jeff's swim speed should equal your swim speed, Sam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where am I looking? There was a thing that I wanted you to explain further because I don't think we've used one in this game yet. I'm considering using the Oath Bow.
Okay.
I tried looking for information on it, and I don't know how like range works for bows.
What is the range increment?
I don't know.
Should say on your weapon.
I believe it's
range,
120 or something like that.
120. So you got range increments. You got up to 6 range increments you can shoot at. At 120, anything 120 or less, you don't take any penalty. At 240 or less, you take a -2. Out of 360, you take a -4, so forth, so on. Yes. Right. Yes, you have 4 actions left. Those pillars are in the way right there.
if I were to move up and then sideways, does that count as 2 actions since I have to like dodge the pillar?
No. So you could just go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right there, and then 25, 30, 35, 40.
Yeah. So 20 and 20 will be 40 for my movement speed for 1 action. I still have 3.
And he's in range of 120 feet right there, so he'd be within your first range increment.
If I remember correctly, I have to whisper an oath, basically saying I identified this creature as what I would like to kill, and I get like a buff.
+2 bonus. So you make your...
I think the actual information's on this page. Yeah, you swear an oath to destroy 1 creature you can see for the next 7 days or until that creature is slain. Your attacks with the bow against that creature deal 1d6 additional damage, and you gain...
1d6.
And I get a buff to tracking it. Okay, so... until the creature is slain.
That's when he's dead.
I know. But seeing him basically be slain, but then resurrected because of the braziers.
He's not dead at that point. It's still... He has to be permanently destroyed.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that...
Yeah.
I will say the oath that I would like to destroy this Grim Reaper, so that way I'll get the additional 1d6 to it, and he's within range, so I will take my final 3 actions to shoot the bow at him.
Okay.
Or, no, I clicked the wrong thing, I think. Yeah. This is what I meant to click.
That misses. Misses. That misses. Alright. Zivit's turn. You're not the most useless. You're not the best archer. Huh?
Last 2 fights we've done, I've done nothing.
I have something that might cheer you up. There's a location that one of the 10 locations will go to. That should help you.
Alright. Sustain 15.
On
No,
this
I don't
island
think.
is a tomb of a Fey Lord, and in it is a bow of his. As long as you're a true hunter, it should resonate with you. And judging how good my staff is, this bow should be a very, very powerful artifact.
Yeah, it's the Huntsman bow.
I didn't realize that you were dabbling in archery. Otherwise, I would have said, "Let's take care of that before we jump into the fight." But you know,
Well, I only
hindsight's
have a
20/20.
bow for like this kind of situation where I was supposed to be the fairly tanky build, but I'm super squishy in situations like this, so that's why I wanted a bow. I still wanted to focus being a sword and shield.
You also have your flexible feats, though. You can change out at the daily preparation and take archery feats if you want.
I had already done that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, Zivit. What all does he do? I need him to give me a fortitude save. Oh, Sam, yeah, give me a fortitude save, Sam. Sam, you're good. Zivit is not good, as he takes 44 necrotic damage for critically failing.
Oh, also, are his like skeletal feet on the ground or is he hovering?
He's hovering.
Should have asked that before. Okay.
So. Let's see. How far away is he from the? God, I gotta zoom out. It's not too big.
He's pretty far. All right, from Gavin, he's 145 feet.
Yeah, he's not even gonna get there.
Yeah.
I mean, he could spend almost every action, and he's what is it? 5 actions in total.
Mm-hmm.
He moves 35. Yeah, he's slow. He's not meant to really be the one moving around.
What do you want to do?
Somehow I don't think he would do anything. Let's see. That was he was thinking of doing strange geometry.
All right, so what do you do?
60 feet. What the? How far away is that?
I mean, if you want to try it, hold your action to do it. Nair teleport you there.
Oh, we have 5 he has 5 actions. He has Dimension Door.
Yes, he does.
Oh, 100 and... Where does Dimension Door take it? 120?
Possibly.
If it's heightened, it's up to a mile. Sorry, it's been a while since I looked at Zivit's spells. Yeah, it's like 120. Oh, a range that you can see. So, where you can see. The range is 120 feet, so he can move 120 feet. 120 feet is right there. If someone can hold that for me,
Got you, buddy.
thank you.
We're babies
There.
over here. No.
His fourth levels. Then he's going to cast a strange geometry, which is a 3. And somehow I don't think it'll do much. It's at 60 feet, right? 60 feet, right?
He
60 foot range.
succeeded with a 26.
It'd be 6. No, I wouldn't even reach still.
All right,
So
so
he's
what are
going
you
to
figuring out?
actually do is he's going to, those are cubes that he can spawn. It's 4 cubes. He's going to put the 4 cubes on the braziers.
Okay.
So he's going to put, like, you know, one on that one on...
Mark it with a square, please. And then I'm going to roll for him since you know what you're doing now.
One on that one on the 10-foot square.
Which ones? Mark them, please. Okay.
You're gonna do that one and that one. They have this strange geometry on them.
All right. He rolled a natural 1.
When he enters one of them. Or
Right,
is
as
it-
an enter. Okay, when he goes to, never mind, it's when he goes to enter one. My bad. All right, is that his turn?
Yeah.
The kid activates the statue of Melora. You hear a very wild and vicious voice as Melora's fury is being felt. Strike with the force of nature. Do not let this fiend go unharmed. Your speeds are quadrupled. Successes on attack rolls, spell attacks, skill checks, and the like are critical successes instead, as your senses are heightened to their optimal peak performance.
Oh.
The kid taking this opportunity is like, fuck this, and swims away. Okay, that's his turn. Chucky, I need you to give me a fortitude save.
Fortitude. That is a low roll.
Wow.
That's a very low roll for Chucky.
25 negative damage, reduced by 10.
And then, of course,
You can turtle and not take
the
anything.
turtle and take nothing.
All right. For a brief moment, your head becomes dizzy as your perception is washed away from you, and you have a bird's eye view of the world, and you see what appears to be a comet, a meteor. You have no idea, falling or like on course to the world. And then your senses are brought back. Take your
Go
turn,
ahead.
sir.
5. It was just above the planet, right? Going towards it?
Yes.
Like, how big was it?
You can't really give me a perception check, actually.
Like, some?
Perception. You roll?
Yeah, it's 27 perception.
For some reason, it didn't go through. Let me out. There it is. There's a disconnection again. The fire around it and whatnot makes it look a lot larger than it is as it's starting to approach the atmosphere at velocity. With the 27, however, you do notice that there is a figure inside.
Damn it, Charlie, now I have to listen to that song.
The figure looks to be obsidian. It's hard to really tell with all the flames and whatnot of the atmosphere cascading around it.
Can I see exactly where about it, or is it just in the atmosphere? Where about? What side of the planet? Can I tell that?
You can give me one more perception check.
15.
Does that stand?
I have a hero point. That's worse.
You have no idea. All right, your senses are brought back to you. What do you do?
Well, I'm raging, and my speed is quadrupled, so 65 times 4.
The room.
Because checking my notes here real quick.
To be 260.
All right.
Yeah.
As you feel this sensation, because you got a 27, actually, what blade are you using right now?
Currently world cover at the moment.
All right. You can actually, you don't need a roll perception. Your perception is fine at base, which is 14, no, 8, so it'd be 18. You feel the blade on your back, or where your cleaver is, begin to vibrate with energy.
It's vibrating with energy, huh? I hate to waste a turn, but I'm going to take a look at it.
As you look at it, you put your hand on it, and you can feel that its energy is pulsating whenever you face one of these razors.
Whenever I face one of the braziers.
Yes.
So, one action to take and look at it. Then he has 5 actions left, and he can move 240 or 260.
He has 4
He's
actions left. Use 1 action to. Okay.
Was trying to get in between the two, but
You're in between them, I understand, because of the.
then you try. Touching it to the brazier to see what happens. Try focusing it, seeing how it
As
is.
you begin to extend your sword, you feel a warmth, like a hand over yours, and a whisper in your ear. You are my statue here on the island. Strike true.
Attack the brazier.
Make an attack roll.
Natural 20.
You take your blade down on it, and it shatters that one. The souls cascade out. You and Naira can make a special reaction, Gavin. Either one of you can use a reaction to capture the souls.
Okay. For me, what would you want me to roll on that?
You don't need a roll.
Oh,
As Naira, Neshama's blessing is radiating out.
Gavin will use the reaction.
Okay.
Can Gavin use the reaction and still I take it I don't have to break concentration on the one that I'm trying to do.
No,
right
you
now.
don't. You don't break concentration on it, but you can't use death sleep either. If you use this reaction.
I mean, not true. I still have one more reaction after that.
That's true. All right. All right. What do you do for your last action?
I've used 3. Actually, I have 2 left.
What do you do for your last 2 actions?
I'm gonna hit the other brazier next to me.
All right. As you do that, the Grim Reaper teleports behind you and strikes you. You will not interfere. Pathetic godling.
That's weird because you already interfered.
What's your AC?
Well, raging and with the sword, 22.
All right. It is a crit. You take 234 damage and 254 damage. It's one attack for 254 damage.
Well, that wouldn't kill me outright, but I was thinking of using that. Meaning I could make it so I don't take the critical hit.
You take minimum damage from the attack.
All I have to do is roll a DC 6 flat.
All right. Yeah, roll D20.
What the f-
I hero point that for you.
Well,
Move yourself 30 feet. And you take exactly 32 times 2. You take 64 damage. No, the minimum is the dice are 1 and then plus the modifier, so, and it was critical. It says the minimum. Critical would double it, but none of that. So you take 64 damage, and then plus the 22 because it was a crit. But no, that would be treated as minimum as well. So you take 67 damage. You gotta use roll for it.
The damage.
You take 67 damage minus 10. So 57. Cannot use turtle.
You owe me, Josh.
Yeah. I'm immune to prone, so I don't fall prone, but I am stunned 1, so I have 1 action left.
All right. Well, your action was interrupted. It was disrupted, so you lose your last action to attack that. Or sorry, yeah, 1 action. At the start of your next turn, you have 1 less action, and then the stun goes away.
You're gonna do it again. You will not get away from me.
So you take 57 damage.
Actually,
At the start of his turn, did he get the plus 25 for the fast healing?
He was already at full health.
So that kicks in now, right?
Mm.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't build into temporary health.
Good try.
I respect your attempt there. Good.
he still had his temp health from rage, so it was just like I had to get rid of that first.
All right. So what do you do with your last action?
I'm gonna attack this razor and get that one.
All right.
I want him to get like ping pong, like ping pong.
All right. Plus raging. All right.
I didn't do all the crap to this one like I did World Carver.
That's fine.
So there would be
Alright.
pack tactics. No, that wouldn't be
Yep.
pack tactics.
No, I want to be pack tactics, but who takes the reaction to claim the souls?
Gavin does again.
That's your last reaction for the round.
Yep.
Solon, your turn.
Okay. Hi, shout out. Focus on the braziers. Solon moves here, and he casts another new spell.
You almost killed my girlfriend, man. She had food in her mouth when you said that. She started laughing.
And my crafting check is...
So Dan gets a buff, or like a bonus dice, because I yelled "fuck him up" at the beginning of his round, right?
No, but good try. All right. So this earthen imprisonment surrounds.
So all of a sudden, I strike the ground with a hammer held into my apparatus, and a giant reptilian head comes up and then snaps down on top of him, the teeth forming prison bars, and just slams down on top of him.
All right. Getting used all kinds of blessings tonight. All right. You got 1 action left.
Did he fail his athletics check?
Oh, let me double check here real quick. Yes. Yes, he did. Wasn't a critical failure, but it was a failure.
Everybody, he can't do shit while he's in there. take this opportunity to destroy the Braziers.
At the end of each round, he can attempt a athletics check to break through, but the DC increases by 2 each time. All
And
right.
this prison will last for 3 days if I don't dismiss it.
Or if
So-
he doesn't break out.
Or if he
so.
breaks free. I'm just not sure. He's all bone. I'm not sure what his athletics could possibly be. I would be eternally surprised if he has a high athletics.
All right. You have one action. What do you do?
I extend my hand to this one and try my unlock cantrip.
Okay.
Actually, I can't do that. Never mind. Unlock is a 3 action
Gotcha.
cast, so I'm going to go ahead and pass on
All
my
right.
final.
Nair's turn. You definitely want to keep the restraint
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
because you don't want him to be able to bamf out of there.
Yep, keeping that up, which gives her two more. Can I teleport Gavin without breaking his concentration if I wanted to?
No.
No. Okay. Interaxis is at death health. Draven has left, right, or no? No, he's right
No,
there.
he's still down there. He just got the fuck away from the Grim Reaper. He's like, fuck that noise.
Fuck. Nope, she'll try and do the spell attack on one of the braziers in front of her.
Okay.
Fucking love it. It's a
All right,
20.
so to help expedite this real quick, I want to know your all's intent. Are you destroying the braziers before engaging the Grim Reaper again?
Yes.
All right. So I literally just rolled his athletics for each number of braziers left, and he failed every single one, exponentially increasing the DC. The only way that he could potentially get out of it is by rolling a natural 20. So to help expedite this, you have destroyed and freed. And we'll say it takes a number of rounds equal to how many are there. So 13 rounds, a minute and 30 seconds have passed. The Grim Reaper, and this is just to help expedite, that's why I was asking if that's what you all are focusing on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. After the 1 minute mark, Chucky, you would have felt a disturbance in the force, if you will, as the entity does crash into the planet. You can give me a perception check.
Genova. The fact that it's also Chucky who has this cleaver-like sword that's bigger
Right.
than him.
Right.
Around.
10 is what you needed, good sir. You see the entity rise from the crater that is in the ground, and you can see what he is looking at. You can see the imprisonment of the mother beast.
Oh, shit.
This is the fallen Court of Stars entity.
I told you he was going to go for the Mother of Beasts for the replacement for Famine. There was no other real choice. I'm sure there was some minor choice somewhere, but like no good choice.
Yeah.
And at the 30-second mark, okay, yeah, I'm not even going to bother making you roll. So this actually puts it at current time, with whatever you are going to decide with the Grim Reaper. You see him extend his hand to the prison and clenches his fist shut, and the divine workings imprisoning it are shattered.
It wasn't divine though.
Yeah, I was thinking divine because of looking at the
Star
statues.
energy.
You see it shatter, and you see
Astral energy. That's what the word I was trying
you
to
see
call
the
it.
mother beast in her humanoid form, as beauty as it is, cave way to its true monstrous form. A massive serpentine figure with bone wings, clawed hands, the stuff of nightmares. Gavin, as Chucky sees this, there is a true dread that runs down your spine.
Chucky literally does say shit when he sees this.
You all have 6 rounds for the next event to happen. What do y'all do? We'll start at the beginning of the turn order with the Grim Reaper trying to break free. That's a natural 1.
You don't kill him by the time it gets to my turn. I'm going to be pissed, people. Wait, no, they have to wait till my turn anyways. So I can just drop because no spell effects can affect him while he's in the prison.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody could just kind of surround him and then like hold an action to
So
strike.
everybody delays their turn. And you would trigger after Dan's turn if you delay your turn.
Okay.
Well, we all know I'm gonna miss, so I could go explore the area while everybody else handles him.
Your
So-
movement speed is quadrupled. You could get down to him and whack the fuck out of him. With that attitude,
You know, I don't want to steal Charlie or Chucky's limelight here, so I'm going to just drop the. I'm going to drop, and then I'm going to. Can I hold the release of a spell? Like cast a spell, but hold its release?
generally not, but I'll allow you right here.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold a 40,000 Tiamat's cast, and I know the gold spent either way. I don't care. I'll hold a 40,000 Tiamat cast. Should Chucky or Gavin not kill the Grim Reaper when in their held strikes?
Okay. I'm pretty sure Bless is a lot bigger than that now. 13 rounds have gone by.
If it's even up still.
Would he be sustaining it? It is a beneficial.
I don't know if you can sustain it that long.
How long does this sustain, say? Up
Minute.
to a minute? Okay, yeah, it would dissipate. But he can start it back up.
And how many turns have passed then?
Six. No, 5, sorry. 5.
That would be to 25 feet. Come on, you stupid thing. There.
All right, so you hold your action, or you delay your action
No,
to
wait,
cast
no. He doesn't move
Tiamat's
closer. I
Tiamat's
feel like there's a death effect on me.
spell. The trigger is if neither one of them fails, or if they. Okay, she's gonna help as well. All right, Gavin, you're up. The fucking prison falls.
Okay.
You took your turn after after Dan. So the Grim Reaper goes last now.
Nah, it's just gonna be attacking him with the scythe is gonna be this best thing. Nothing special has happened since I've taken all the souls into the scythe, huh?
No.
Alright. Didn't think so. But that would be 5 attacks that I could do, correct?
Potentially,
or 4.
yes.
Okay.
You delayed your turn, which is different from delaying an action.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you put yourself.
First one does max damage.
As a reaction, you use the manipulate trait. Attack, he's going to teleport to strike you.
Then I wait. So does his reaction would have the move trait of teleport, correct?
No. Teleport does not have the move trait. We were doing that wrong last fight.
It doesn't have manipulate or anything like that then.
Nope.
Okay.
So this is a natural 1. What's your AC? 24? Or no, an attack is automatically a critical failure of a natural 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, as per what I've always done, you get your free attack against them, which becomes your first attack.
Uh-huh. Do you want me to roll again for that, or just use...
Roll
okay.
again.
Okay.
Holy shit! So it's max damage. Deadly. So that is, so that's 20 damage. Okay, first add up all your damage, and then
Yep.
You don't get sneak attack because you're not flanking.
Yep. Alright, so 4, 6 plus 12.
Damn with the clutch fucking spell tonight. Or blessing, I should say. And him rolling really crappy.
Do I
escaping.
get the extra 25 damage to Damon's? Is he...
No, he's not a daemon.
Okay. Excluding Horseman. Alright.
Be 157.
157 times 2. 214.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
157 times 2 is 314.
314, my bad. All right, that was your free attack. Now make your first attack.
All right.
No, he already got his max damage.
This is part of his
Yeah,
It's the
here
first
it's
melee attack in a round.
Yeah.
Gets a maximum damage.
34 does hit. So that is
With
74.
Melora's, what was Melora's blessing? What was it on?
If a success is a crit.
Okay. So 34 would be success, so it would be a crit.
Yep.
So. Plus 2 plus 10.
133, and it's already doubled.
133. Okay. Your second attack. $25 misses. Third attack. That is a critical miss. As he is going to swipe at you with his own scythe. What's your AC?
21.
21. That does hit. You take 67 slashing, 57 slashing. And he regains 20 health. All right. Make your fourth attack, which is at a -10 penalty. So you just use your third attack.
Yeah. So third attack again.
That is a critical failure.
Mm-hmm.
That is a crit on you. You take 122 damage. Gains 20 health.
All right.
You don't have to keep attacking if you don't want to.
Both of those attacks. Forgot. Give me a second.
Lightning of Azeroth.
And yeah, because it's positive. Yeah, you're right. Anyone who gets stunned either. So lightning.
So 11 damage. Okay. All right. What are you doing with your last action?
Fuck.
Oh, he's still very deadly, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize he's within my reach right now still.
Yes.
And he hit Gavin.
Yes.
Retributive strike.
So 17 damage you get back.
And since he's only holding the expert large striking,
That misses.
don't know if that thing has any sort of enhancement or whatever, but
Not right now.
Tactics wouldn't it get? Because Chucky is technically engaged with him.
He is engaging. You're in range, yeah.
So that would hit.
So that would hit, yeah, which turns it into a crit. That's 76 plus 18, 95.
of course, pack tactics, which is pack tactics damage. Two D12, so
9.
another 24. And of course, I have Lightning of Azeroth. How long does that last?
For 1 minute.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. My bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
10
you're still
minutes.
good.
So it'd be 2d6 plus 7, so 19 damage. That.
I'm not seeing any of these rolls.
I
don't
thought
know
it
why
was
that
the first attack was max.
Oh, it is, yes.
I was just maxing it out, is what I was doing.
Yep.
I don't know
No,
why
you're
you
good.
would, because it's not a new round.
A new round for you starts at your turn, that's right.
No, the new Araxis is after turn 0. It would be the first person to go after turn 0.
Is it the first attack, or is it the first attack
The
per
first
person?
melee attack to happen in a round is what
Oh,
Derek
I
said.
was mistaken. I thought it was the first attack that each person did. So then I need to roll. Well,
So it's doubled.
and
All right, so that is what, 76, 78, 79. Somebody do math quick. I just need to know if anybody dies. $108.
is that with Simon exploding in his face too?
Simon's not in the sword.
It's on the sword. You had to scroll down.
Simon's not in the sword.
Yeah, he's in world cover. Oh, no, he's in whatever sword he wields, isn't he?
I think that's how it would go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would mean 18 damage, whatever type.
36. All right. And everybody around you takes 36 damage. All right. What are you doing for your last action, Gavin? Are you forgoing or are you trying to attack?
Not trying to attack, but I will do one action cast against the Reaper, as I assume he is an evil creature.
He is very evil.
Litany against Wrath.
Okay. What is this, Will?
Yeah, will save.
He succeeds.
Good.
All right, Araxis, it's your turn. That's not nice.
And that would be it for me.
Okay. You move in flanking position.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Is it safe to traverse through this, like, emptied?
Yes.
As long as I don't leave the air, like, around him, he shouldn't get an attack of opportunity.
He already used his reaction.
Okay.